Hi, my stars! It's me, Missy. I'm back, and today I'm going to be playing some more Dragon Age Inquisition. Now, when we last left off, we had just made it to Skyhold, and a lot of stuff happened at Haven. We met Corythius, and that's really all I remember. Skyhold, Corythius, bad things happening, people dying, tons of different things. All bad. Nothing good. But before we get into the game, I just wanted to say, Darksith, thank you so much for following me. I really, truly appreciate it. Thank you. Anyway, let's get into the game and see what type of trouble we can get into, shall we? Now, I want to do Solus's quest and I want to do Cole's quest. So that's the first two things that we're going to do. And then after that, we might go explore the Storm Coast, I believe. Okay, world map. Storm Coast, Hinterlands, that's where it is. Here, and now... Where is it? All the way over here. Eh. Okay, let's travel this way, and I will take... Who will I take with me? Sarah? Solus? Let's do... Sandra, it's been a while. How are you today?
Nothing to report, sir.
Uh-huh. Which direction is it? Well, I'm glad you're okay. And you're very welcome. I'm doing pretty good. This way. This is the direction we need to go. Come here, horsey. Okay, and we go this way. Is it really that fucking close? That's kind of funny.
Should have stayed in there. Pretty
Oh,
little
well, I
castle.
guess I didn't need to help you at all. You didn't need any
Peace.
sort of
I
assistance.
am no danger to you. My name is Miris. By your weapons, I see you come ready for battle. Perhaps we face a common enemy in these demons.
Oh, cool. Well, I wish you luck with Nightmare. I don't have the balls for that yet. What are you doing out here?
Are you fighting the demons on your own?
Fighting the demons is pointless. There will always be more, and I have no means of closing the rifts. But I have heard of elven artifacts that measure the veil. They may tell us where new rifts will appear. I was not expecting so many demons, however. I believe one of the artifacts is nearby. Can you help me reach it?
Sure, we'll help.
It sounds worth investigating.
Thank you. It shouldn't be too much farther ahead. Thank you for joining me. I do not think I could have done this alone.
How did you end up here?
How did you come to be here?
I was, first of Clan Venen. I left in service of my clan and saw that great tear in the Veil on my journey. I know more of magic and the Veil than any Shemlin, so I hope to help.
Maharal, Dalen.
We should keep moving.
Oh gosh, that sounds a little horrible. Cassandra. I think that's smart. That's probably, you're probably correct. Effect. Seems like a better idea. And I think everybody else is fine, so let's go. Let's go do this shit, shall we? I know how that feels. Normally I play as a mage too, but today I'm a Canary archer of all things. I'm a rogue. Okay, my dears, let's get ready to fucking fight and kick some ass, shall we? Cassandra, why don't you attack this one, please? Okay, my dears, let's go. Yeah, normally I'm an elf, but I had a poll and they all voted for Canary, so that's what we got. And in all honesty, it's actually kind of nice playing as a Canary. That's taken care of. Woo, team, good job. Okay, so listen, you just take this thing.
If we activate that crystal, it should react to the strength of the veil.
Okay. Just take this shit. I can sell it later. There's this. Nice skeleton stairwell.
There's an elven artifact nearby.
What the fuck's this? Fire rune. I don't really see anything else. Light it. I I am romancing Sarah this time. Again, because she was the one that got voted for. Normally, I romance,
Yes, the wards are helping to strengthen the Veil. This area should be safer for travelers now.
Oh, cool.
Well, that should prove useful. And it seems the ancestors left something for me as well. Interesting. I believe our alliance is concluded. Go in peace, stranger.
Special. Solus.
Mahalani, Maglandeval, Vi Enasalim.
Aye. Perhaps you're right. Here, take it. Go with Mithal's blessing.
Ah, cool! Anyway, I don't ever really romance. I've never romanced Sarah, actually. So her romance is new to me. I normally romance, Iron Bull. And I think I've romanced Dorian a couple times? Well, that's cool. Let's see. I think that's it for here. Inner circle open. Oh yeah, I still gotta do Seeing Red, but that's gonna be a pain in the ass, especially with the fucking dragon in my way. Let's do this. So I have to go looking around Skyhold. Good, great. It's fast travel. Thank you. Okay, let's just look around then. Okay, I remember that. Just go anywhere. Oh, it does go somewhere. I'm curious.
With allies come enemies. Now we have a place to hold them.
Dungeons. Yeah, the side quests are cool sometimes. Sometimes they're a little repetitive, but it's okay. I gotta say I like this one more than I like the second
The
game.
cells are ready for the enemies of the Inquisition. Good facilities in Skyhold. Whoever built this knew how to keep prisoners safe but secure.
Okay, good to know. Thank you. It's really nice to have a big open world I can just wander around in all I want.
Not so standards. That'll guide the dragon right in.
By the time it's across the
Oh, wait, really?
growing will be ripe for swords.
That easy.
Yeah, it really is. The storyline is pretty nice. It's just that everybody go cray cray. And you know, the whole I deny doing blood magic thing. Wait a second, I'm doing blood magic. I didn't tell a lie, you're lying. You don't see anything. I didn't do anything. That gets a little annoying. Excited for the fourth game. I can't wait to see how that one goes. Oh, well. Cool. What's this? Construction report. Brickmark. Skyhold has stolen bricks. Found a brickmark. I know from my elder's notes. Fired in High Ever before it was sacked in 480. That was Orlais, but this style isn't, so it was probably looted. There may be others. That time is long past, but the Inquisitors should know where they live. Last time I actually sided with the Chantry for the first time ever, I think. I don't think I've ever sided with the Gentry before. It was interesting. Our cause rights a greater wrong. Crimes of the past will be eclipsed soon enough as this becomes the home of the Inquisition. But send word to Hiver so they can amend their histories. Commander Cullen. He loves the little bits of lore and stuff going on around here. Makes me so happy. Cassandra, what you reading? I love me a girl who reads.
Good book?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, sure you don't. Of course you don't.
Yes, because I suddenly went blind.
Oh, that. Just reports from Commander Cullen.
You're an excellent liar.
It's of no interest to you, I'm certain. It's a book.
I can see that.
It's one of Varric's tales. Swords and Shields. The latest chapter.
You don't need to hide it.
So you like to read. What's wrong with that?
It's frivolous. There are more important things for me to do.
That's
Nah.
just her favorite.
Nobody asked you, Tevinter.
I couldn't finish the last one you lent me. I actually feel dumber for having tried.
Oh, Dorian, don't you dare.
It's literature. Smutty literature.
Hey, everybody's
Whatever
got their
you do,
thing.
Don't tell Varric.
I really want to say that. He'd be pleased, wouldn't dream of it, seriously. What should I choose? I know Cassandra won't romance me because I'm a woman. He'd be pleased. Come on
Why
now.
not? I think Varric would be pleased to have another fan.
Pleased? Yes, that's one word for it.
Oh, hush.
They're terrible. And magnificent. And this one ends in a cliffhanger. I know Varric is working on the next. He must be. Pretend you don't know this about me.
I am not going to pretend. I'm going to go shout it from the rooftops. Ah, Cassandra, I love that. That's great. I mean, I kind of like that it gives everybody a little bit more character, that they have preferences. It makes sense, because in real life people have preferences, but at the same time, I wish I could romance Cassandra as a woman. Is there something, like, hidden back here? No, nothing? I'm just crazy? Well, I went on that little adventure for nothing. Iron Bull! Hi, honey.
Inquisitor, huh? Well, you've got the fortress for it. Speaking of which, when you've got a second, there's something I want to show you.
I'm worried about the something you want to show me. Let's talk about being Canary.
There are few here who know what it means to be Kunari.
You're not Canary. You're Talvashath. World of difference.
Yeah, he is. I'm still different.
I still grew up looking like this in a world of mostly humans.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Let me guess,
You
you
didn't
disapprove.
turn into a murdering bandit, so I guess we're fine.
Uh-huh.
You want to know anything about the Canary? Since we're talking about them.
What's wrong with Talvashoth?
What's your problem with Talvashoth?
As Ben Hasrath, my job back home was keeping the peace, helping people live by the Qun. Talvashath turned their back on all that, decided they'd rather live like savages. The Qun is not perfect, but at least there's some sense to it.
My parents weren't savages.
My parents weren't like that. They lived peacefully and raised me as well as any human parents could.
Well, good. They aren't the kind of Talvashath I've got a problem with, then. Look, if you're worried I'm going to attack you, don't be. I had a lifetime of fighting Talvashath. You're not the kind I hate.
But I'm not worried at all. How was it growing up?
What's it like growing up under the Qun?
The Tamasrans raise us in these units of kids all our own age. They're like teachers or chantry sisters. They also help figure out what jobs we should do. They had me pegged for military work early on. When they learned I could hit stuff and lie, they started training me for the Ben Hasrath.
You must have been proud.
That must have been a good day for you.
Yes, it's like being a block of stone with a sculptor working on you. One day, the last of the crap gets knocked off, and you can see your real shape. What you're supposed to be. That's a good day.
How do they govern?
How do the Qunari rule themselves?
It's pretty simple. We've got the matriarchy, the priesthood, and the military. The priesthood figures out how Qunari should live in theory. The matriarchy makes it work in practice. And the military keeps the Qunari safe from outside threats.
Yeah, I agree. I really do hope you have consequences for your actions. All of them. Is there much dissent?
Does it actually work like that? Is there much infighting?
Not like you're thinking of. People disagree, yeah, but the priests are there to solve disagreements. Here in Olay, politicking comes from people putting their own gain ahead of the gains of society. If you do that among the Qunari, the Ben Hasrath set you straight. Or kill you.
Oh, lovely. Day-to-day life.
How is everyday life different for Qunari?
Depends on your job, I guess. Some are just about the same. A baker in Val Royeaux gets up, gets dressed, and starts work. A baker in Parvolan does the same thing. They don't care about the Empire or the Qun. Mostly they worry about breaking eggs and hope the dough rises right.
What types of questionable choices have you made? Except that baker isn't free.
It can't be exactly the same. The Qunari have no personal freedoms.
How many personal freedoms do you figure that baker in Val Royeaux has? Life isn't about freedom. The baker in Parvolan wonders if she'll be given enough eggs to do her work. Will they come on time? Will the kitchen workers get her bread while it's fresh, or will they come late and blame her 'cause it's stale? Same crap in Val Royeaux. People are just people.
That's a very good point there, and I agree with that. Do you not marry?
I heard there's no marriage among the Qunari.
Yeah, that's true. Qunari love our friends like anyone does, but we don't have sex with them.
Qunari don't have sex?
Oh, we definitely have sex. They're Tamasrans who pop your cork whenever you need it.
You went with Bull as a dwarf? Why'd you make enemies with all of your party? What, really?
Seriously?
Yes. It's not a big deal like it is here. It's like, I don't know, going to see a healer. Sometimes it's this long, involved thing. It takes all day, leaves you walking funny. Other times you're in and out in 5 minutes. Thank you. See you next week.
Okay. It's bizarre. Sounds great. You don't know true passion. I really want to do this one, but I promised I'd romance Sarah, and I'll keep my promise. Sounds great.
I could work with that.
I know, right? No drama. Still, it's more fun here. Fewer rituals, more making it up as you go along. Plus, you folk have redheads.
God damn it, I'm a redhead. You fucker. And if they just fell to the Qun?
Do you ever think about what would happen if the Qunari conquered Orlais or Ferelden?
Some folks, like Cassandra or Cullen, would do fine if they didn't die fighting. Those two love rules. But the mages, Vivienne's too political, Dorian's too arrogant, and Solus is just weird. They'd all end up dead.
That's one way to put it.
Or worse. Both Sarah and Varric would mouth off until they ended up re-educated, drugged until their minds broke. So, To answer your question, no. I don't think about it much at all.
Well, I'm glad I did the happier topics first. What does Kunari mean?
The word Kunari. Does it mean what we are, the race? Or is it anyone who follows the Qun?
Depends on who you ask. Are you Kanari or Talvashath? The humans and elves who follow the Qun are the Vidathari. The Kanari who break away from the Qun are Talvashath, deserters.
And those who predate the Qun?
What about Kunari who existed before the Qun?
The people we came from. They're called the Kasith, but we don't use that word for the race. We came south to Thedas because the Kasith were... I don't know. We had to leave. The stories aren't clear. But I don't expect they look much like us. Whatever they are.
I wonder why that is.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
Ah, the boss. Ah. You're not wrong. Bull really does want me. Maeve.
Thank you for saving my life, and giving us a chance to help. I'm mostly studying now, but Helisma can talk to you.
Cool. Let's keep looking for coal. I'm gonna look around all these different things and fucking...
Thank you.
Hey! Herald's Rest, a place for all in service here. To rest, recoup, and preserve. I mean, not preserve, persevere. Can't read. Though weighs the heart, remember best your saving grace, the Herald's Rest. Aww. Oh, trust me, I know, and it's gonna kill me.
Make her hope it's not me.
One of my favorite romances, I think. Take back the sky, a tavern cheer. Now gather ye drunkards, that's how these begin. The songs of our heroes of wars and our kin. Well, now the fight's ours, and none of us cowers. We'll drink to all hours, because we know we can win. Oh my god, that's kind of cute. Oh yeah. Oh, they cut into heaven and called it a door. The herald led us to even the score. We'll take back the sky and we'll give them the floor. We'll take back the sky and we'll give them the floor. The beast was upon us, our hopes all but drowned. At our necks a monster, at our heels a hound. But we found a fortress. And it's friggin' gorgeous. So join in the chorus and down a new round. Oh, we cut into heaven, we said it before. Andraste will guide us to even the score. We'll take back the sky and we'll give him the floor. We'll take back the sky and we'll give him the floor. We look to our leader and heft up our crest to show this Corythius we're not impressed. He thinks we've been mastered, we'll beat down the bastard, and then we'll get plastered. We're blessed by the best. Oh my god. Oh, he cut into heaven, now sing it once more. Inquisitor, lead us to even the score. We'll take back the sky and we'll give him the floor. We'll take back the sky and feed him his lie. And black his foul eye, let our arrows fly, and then we'll have pie. Die, die, die. We'll take back the sky and we'll give him the floor. What the hell? An exercise in rhyme by Mary Den, a minstrel to our fine Inquisitor. I like it. This is a good one. But pie and die, die, die. Oh, God. Someone has some talent. I gotta say that. There's a tuft of grass in my fucking tavern. Tavern notice. Archery contest Saturday. All the challengers welcome. Sister Liliana to judge, except Varric and Bianca. Yeah, I agree. He'd have a bit of an advantage, wouldn't he?
Thank you.
I'm just gonna look around, I'm just gonna look around, don't mind me. It's so weird being so tall. You, can I, give it, let me talk to you.
Inquisitor.
And you are?
The bartender. Cabot?
Just
Cabot.
The bartender?
You were expecting...
I actually don't know much about Bianca. More pomp and circumstance. Welcome to the Inquisition.
Well, welcome to the Inquisition.
Thank you. Welcome to the tavern.
How is morale?
What's the current mood?
Thick with 3 of the 4 humors.
Where did you train?
Where did you study? I assume you're trained.
In bartending, I'm no alchemist. You mix the bottles that don't taste like nug and you pretend to listen. I suppose I trained at home during feast day family visits. My specialty is ale. Old Antivan recipe. The secret is ale.
If you're so jaded, why join?
You're a bit of a hard ass. Why are you here?
If I could fight, I'd be in a helmet. If I was a mage, I'd throw fire. And probably be dead. But I can't do anything. Just like the hundreds of people who can't do anything. Who make sure the thousands who can do something can do it. Besides, if you know a safer place than your castle, do share.
Good point. Know any rumors?
What's the word out there?
Well, they once wore, now togs, now fashionable hats. Now they've seen something shiny.
As you were.
Bye, dude.
Inquisitor.
Crem! Hello, Crem.
Inquisitor. That's got a good ring to it. We're happy to be here, Your Worship. You need anything, let me know.
Yeah, I am. It's so weird. How can we use you?
Iron Bull said the chargers were at my disposal. Do you have any suggestions on how to use them?
I suspect Haven's quiet by now. Might be worth sending the boys back. We could recover some supplies, get an idea about the enemy's strength. We could even pick up any stragglers who haven't found Skyhold yet.
That's a good point. Good idea, Crem. Tell me about the chargers.
Can we talk about the Bull's chargers?
Certainly. What can I tell you?
Tell me of an interesting job.
Have you had any other interesting jobs?
Had one noble whose rival had been told by a fortune teller that her death would come on feathered wings. The noble sent us after the rival. Not assassination, legal and everything, but we had to wear feathers. We sewed them into shirts over our armor. Should have seen the chief, all feathered up like the cock of the walk. Ended up retreating after all that. The rival choked to death a year later on a chicken bone.
That's funny.
We'll talk later.
Your Worship.
Yeah, I bet he did look like Big Bird. Let's discuss Iron Bull.
I'd like to know more about the Iron Bull.
The chief. First time I met him, he saved my life. I never thought I'd work for a Canary, but he grows on you. He's not like any commander I've ever worked for. That's for damn sure.
What kind of commander is he?
How's Iron Bull as a commander?
If you know what you're doing and hold up your end, he's easy. He doesn't accept any less. If he keeps us alive, he leads from the front, and if you've an idea that'll win the fight, he listens. I've seen bands whose captains had to prove they were swinging the biggest sword. Bull isn't like that. The charges might give him more lip than you'd expect, but every one of us would lay down our lives for the big ass.
How'd you end up with them?
How did a Tevinter soldier wind up in a Kunari spy's mercenary company?
I wasn't a soldier at the time. I was in some trouble, trying to flee Tevinter. A tribune and his men caught me in a border town tavern. They meant to make an example of me. Bull killed them. Gave up his eye doing it. Patched me up and asked if I was looking for work. I've been putting up with his jokes ever since.
He gave up his eye. He's pretty good. He's really good at distracting and taking a lot of hits. I gotta say that. If you got him built right. Pain in the ass though sometimes when you're fighting a fucking dragon. He gave up his eye.
That's how he lost the eye?
Yes. The guards had me on the tavern floor when Bull came inside and yelled for them to stop. One of them saw trouble coming and figured he'd finish me off. The guard had a flare. Bull put himself between me and the blow. Big horned idiot. Didn't even know me.
He's a big horned idiot, but he's got a big heart too. He just hides it. Is him being Kunari odd?
Is it strange to work for a Kunari?
He hasn't tried to convert us to the Qun, if that's what you're asking. Bull's charges don't care who you light a candle for, so long as your shield stays up. If he hadn't told me he was Ben Hasrath, I'd have thought he'd left that life behind.
Surprised he told you.
I didn't expect he'd tell you all that he was a spy.
Not the whole band, but those who've been around long enough to trust. He figures most of us would find out sooner or later, and it should come from him. Eyes to eye, he says. It's never messed up a job. He just writes letters back home. Lots of the boys write letters back home.
That's a good point.
We'll talk later.
Yeah, he really is the big horn daddy. Who the fuck's up here?
I hope I can help somehow. Maybe cleaning?
Oh, Inquisitor, I joined. Sutherland, your worship. I saw some bandits, so I came to warn people. I'll let your warriors know and then stay out of the way.
You do you, my man. We're happy to have you, and you're probably in the safest fucking place there is right now. Sadly.
And how much did you need?
Oh, Sarah's in here! I didn't even know that. Sarah's Cabinet of Wonder, whose it was, delivered when Captain stood before Lady's Curiosities. If resources should be spent on such things, Sir Morris. Below are comment and journal entries by Sarah, also doodles of Sarah with her tongue out. Aided Morris. Stuff needs a place. Stuff, banner, circle, soft, lizards, scratched out, rough and weird. Holla, fake, real ones stink, cards, little worlds. Goblet, fancy cup, shit goblet. Bottle, warden strong, bottle to winter piss weak. Stupid sword, there's a small blood stain. Silk, bolts, not arrow bolts, soft make something. I think that minstrel Meriden is chatting me up. The song is creepy. The song is creepy! That's a good idea. Hi, lady love.
I have an Inquisitor favor to ask. Just a little thing, really. A little march around for some of your people. It's nothing for you, right?
I'm listening.
All right, let's hear what you got.
Jump right in, huh? I like that. It's a Red Jenny thing. I got a tip that some noble stiffs are arguing over Verschel. Land squabble. They're getting little people beat up. So I need you to go to your big table and send some people to walk through town.
Just walk through.
Just walk through. Easy, right?
Who told you about this?
Was this a tip from one of your friends?
Not a Jenny. Just normal angry people getting sick of being in the middle. I don't usually hear about things this far away. But having a friend like you is like getting really big ears. Bigger ears, I guess. Shut up.
Oh, I bet nothing is easy with Sarah. Who would I be working for?
Who is asking for this?
I'm asking because I heard people complaining. See, when nobles fight, it's not them. It's their little people stuck in the middle. It's like a polite war, so no one pays attention. But if you march through, the people up top feel threatened too. Stuff like this is always happening. Good sovereigns to be made if you're one of the few who notice.
What's in it for me?
What does the Inquisition get out of this?
Nobles think everyone is out to get them. So when your helmets march through, both sides will think the other's your ally. Both get scared, both make deals. Worst case, you get a little bump among the people just because they see you active. Can't promise anything, but something will happen, just like always.
It's fine with me, Sarah. I actually really like this idea. I'm proud of you. I'll have people take a look.
All right, Sarah. I'll have someone look into it.
It's fun, right? Being important without doing a thing? Well, not much of a thing. Not everything has to be torn skies and ancient assholes. Every little thing makes a difference somewhere.
I'll have to go to the war table eventually. But I'm gonna keep exploring, and we'll look for coal, too. I really haven't gotten the chance to look around Skyhold at all, actually. Who's up here? Empress of Fire! Oh, so this is the battlements, then. Cool. It's so cool being up here and being able to look around and see all the pretty. Like, see, look at that pretty. I gotta say, I think I like Cole and Dorian the most, just like as normal companions, not romances. They're just so fun. Harding!
Scout Harding.
Your worship.
What are you doing here?
Shouldn't you be out there scouting?
In a bit.
He really is
We're in
sassy.
Skyhold for supplies and a change of personnel. Not me, though. Indispensable.
Are you crazy, woman? Tell me about yourself.
So, who's Scout Harding, really?
Me? Oh, I'm no one. Lived near Redcliffe all my life. Herded sheep for my neighbor. When the Inquisition came through my village, I helped by telling them everything I knew about the area. Then I signed on. Wanted to see the world before it was swallowed up by that thing out there.
I don't blame you, Harding. What's new?
What's been going on?
Sister Liliana glanced at me today. I think she's gonna have me killed.
What the hell? Why does everybody just assume Liliana's gonna kill them? I know she's scary, but she's actually a sweetheart, I promise. Just gotta get to know her. Where am I going? What am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm going down. Just over
How
here.
do you know they won't attack here?
Darkspawn don't think, they flow.
Oh no, they do think, man. Trust me, I fucking know it.
Send men to scout the area. We need to know what's out there.
Yes, sir.
Commander, soldiers have been assigned temporary quarters.
Very good. I'll need an update on the armory as well.
Now.
Now! We set up as best we could at Haven, but could never prepare for an archdemon, or whatever it was. With some warning, we might have...
It was a bad situation.
We were all shaken by what happened.
If Corypheus strikes again, we may not be able to withdraw. And I wouldn't want to. We must be ready. Work on Skyhold is underway. Guard rotations established. We should have everything on course within the week. We will not run from here, Inquisitor.
How many did we lose at Haven?
How many were lost?
Most of our people made it to Skyhold. It could have been worse. Morale was low, but has improved greatly since you accepted the role of Inquisitor.
I hope I'm a good leader.
Everyone has so much faith in my leadership. I hope I'm ready.
You won't have to carry the Inquisition alone, although it must feel like it. We needed a leader, and you have proven yourself.
I trust your advice.
You responded quickly to the attack on Haven. Without that, so many more would have died. I'm grateful for any help you can give.
Thank you, Inquisitor. I will do everything I can to ensure the security of our people. You have my word.
Thank you, Cullen. Okay, I guess I should look for coal. Coal!
This thing is not a stray puppy you can make into a pet. It has no business being here.
Wouldn't you say the same of an apostate?
He's got you there.
Inquisitor, I wondered if Cole was perhaps a mage, given his unusual abilities.
He can cause people to forget him, or even fail entirely to notice him. These are not the abilities of a mage. It seems that Cole is a spirit.
It is a demon.
If you prefer, although the truth is somewhat more complex.
He helped us.
Cole warned us about Corypheus at Haven. He saved a lot of lives.
And what will its help cost? How many lives will this demon later claim?
In fact, his nature is not so easily defined.
Speak plainly, Solas. What are we dealing with?
Demons normally enter this world by possessing something. In their true form, they look bizarre, monstrous.
But you claim Cole looks like a young man. Is it possession?
No. He has possessed nothing and no one. And yet he appears human in all respects. Cole is unique, Inquisitor. More than that, he wishes to help. I suggest you allow him to do so.
Explain more of possession.
What do you mean by possession?
Spirits and
I don't
demons
even fit
cross
into the
over from
frame.
the Fade by attaching themselves to something in this world. But Cole has willfully manifested in human form without possessing anyone.
What of demons of the breach?
The demons who came through the breach, or through the rifts, weren't possessing anything.
These demons were drawn through against their will, driven mad by this world. But Cole predates the breach. From what we can tell, he has lived here for months, perhaps years. He looks like a young man. For all intents and purposes, he is a young man. It is remarkable.
I'll talk with him.
I should hear what Cole has to say for himself. Where is he now?
If none of us remember him, he could be anywhere.
Yeah, I noticed that too. He really is just staring at my chest. We're still staring at the chest, okay.
Haven. So many soldiers fought to protect the pilgrims so they could escape. Choking fear. Can't think from the medicine, but the cuts rack me with every heartbeat. Hot, white pain. Everything burns. I can't. I'm going to... I'm dying. I'm... dead.
Are you alright?
You're feeling their pain?
It's louder this close, with so many of them.
Would you like to go somewhere more comfortable?
Yes, but here is where I can help. Every breath slower, like lying in a warm bath, sliding away. Smell of my daughter's hair when I kiss her goodnight. Gone. Cracked brown pain, dry, scraping, thirsty. Here.
Thank you.
It's all right. She won't remember me.
You're a friendly spirit?
You're using your powers as a spirit to help people.
Yes. I used to think I was a ghost. I didn't know. I made mistakes, but I made friends too. Then a Templar proved I wasn't real. I lost my friends. I lost everything. I learned how to be more like what I am. It made me different, but stronger. I can feel more. I can help.
Yeah, it really would be hard to feel other people's pain all the time. Stay and help us.
If you're willing, the Inquisition could use your help.
Yes, helping. I help the hurt. The helpless. There's someone. Hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Someone make it stop hurting. Make her, please. The healers have done all they can. It will take him hours to die. Every moment will be agony. He wants mercy. Help.
End his pain.
All right. Help him.
It's all right. I want to stay.
Well, that was really sad. Let me keep looking around.
Inquisitor? Is there something I can do for you? I should really focus my attention on the injured.
Are there many wounded?
Do we have many injured men?
Fewer by the day. The most grievously injured did not survive the journey to Skyhold. As for the rest, they either heal or... I try to make the passing painless.
At least Cole helps you. Are you new here?
I haven't seen you before.
The commander brought me up from the refugee camps. I'd been helping the pilgrims in simple ways. Setting broken bones, simple amputations and such.
Simple
We'll need all the help we can
amputations?
get.
Don't we have mages?
You aren't a mage. Shouldn't we let the mage healers deal with this?
Magic can't cure everything, and we shouldn't rely on it. Science, your worship, is the way of the future. Good health isn't magic, it's diet, exercise, and a balance of the humors.
Okay.
As you were.
Your worship.
Yeah, I agree. What the fuck is a simple amputation? What's in here? Oh, cool. I'm gonna hop down this way. This is a cool way to leave. I love this. Oh, so cool. Construction report, mixed elements. I'll match best I can, but there are two substructures here. Skyhold was built in stages or rebuild. Is this where we want to invest? If it's fallen before, how can we be sure it won't fall again? Jane, foundation repair. 2 words, the Inquisitor. Invest and commit. We are as strong as the will of the weakest of us. Cassandra Pendergast. Yeah, I agree. Buy and sell.
Glad I'm working with you. I'm not one of them.
What? Assassins? Templars? Mages? Magisters?
Hey, look, my fucked up unicorn. Hey, boy. Blackwall, hello.
I've heard rumors of abandoned warden camps all over these parts. If we have time, I'd like to take a look. See if there's anything we can salvage.
Oh, I definitely agree. Thoughts on the Inquisition?
What do you think of the Inquisition?
If we mobilized all the Inquisition's forces, Thedas itself would shake beneath our feet.
Thoughts on my advisors?
What do you think of my advisors?
Liliana seems nice. Also a little frightening, but mostly nice.
You're afraid of her.
Does Liliana frighten you? Has she said anything to you?
No, she hasn't said anything. I'd just rather not offend her. I don't want to wake up with a blade in my kidneys if I can help it.
I don't blame you. Thoughts on my inner circle?
You must have some feelings about our friends.
The less I think about Dorian, the better.
I don't think Blackwall is the last Grey Warden. I could be wrong, but I definitely don't think he is. What about our cause?
What do you think of the Inquisition's cause?
Restoring order is a goal I support wholeheartedly. But that's not the end of it, is it? Not by a half. The Lady Seeker believes we are restoring the Chantry. Others say it needs reform. I don't know where you stand on the matter, and I'll admit I haven't made up my mind either.
That's enough talk then.
We should return to our duties.
As you wish. You are, after all, in charge.
How's this? Yes, you did. Almost fell off. Whee! I'm fine. Random person? Yep. God damn. Level 16. I haven't been there yet. I plan to. It's just, you know, being busy. So, we can go 10, 8. Tower shield. Jagged battle axe looks so cool. Yeah, so let's get rid of this, please. Okay, this is fine for now. I'm gonna keep wandering about for a little bit. See, it pays to
Plus
wander.
a full wheel of Antivan smoked cheese, and now 3 royals worth of crushed mint. They were right here. I remember seeing someone take them. I can't recall their face.
Call! Oh, well, I'm glad. I know some people get annoyed at me for reading everything and wandering around and just doing random shit. A note from Skyhole Kitchens. Request for supplies. Potatoes 500, flour 50 sacks, dried peas. God damn, we are feeding a lot of people. Salted meat as much as possible. Willow switches? Holy shit! 40 break in the new kitchen hands. Damn! Okay, lady, I won't mess with you. Yet another note from the kitchens. How many times do I have to say this? If it falls on the floor, it's still good to eat. Head cook. Oh my god, no. No. If it was in my kitchen and I was by myself, maybe yes. And I'd like blow on it and stuff. But no, that's a little gross. I agree, you miss a lot of things. You miss the lore, you miss the backstory, you miss all kinds of stuff. Another note from Skyhole Kitchens. Once again, please keep the elf out of the kitchen. 5-second rule. I agree with the 5-second rule, but I do. And check the sugar daily to make sure it's still sugar and not salt. What the fuck? Has that happened before? I suspect Cole plays pranks. I suspect it. Beneath this is written, try keeping this out, followed by an arrow pointing toward a crude drawing of a phallus. Oh my god, come on, man. I can't believe I found myself in the kitchens of all places.
There's no
Ooh,
end of
pretty.
it. I can store an army.
Yeah, we really could. I don't even know where the fuck I am. I'm a little lost. What's this? Oh, hey! The alcohol I have found. What, I can't pick it up? Give. Gulp, gulp. No? Wah. Fine. Pretty. Exactly, the most important place of all. Pretty. Where the fuck?
Someone emptied a whole bag of turnips into the fire. Ah, oh, make it, the smell is everywhere. I was going to use them for dinner and then... I can't recall who took them.
Cole! Where am I? Okay, well, sure. The pyramids of Paravolin, the island called Paravolin, was the first land in Thedas to be taken by the Qunari and has been held by them ever since. But while the Qunari have raised their own marvels on the island, the famed city of Cunardar comes to mind. Paravolin had a rich history before the Qun ever came to its shores. Tear your eyes from Cunardar's wonders and look instead to the jungle. There you'll see the ruins of vast cities that proclaim in silence, "We were here." Yeah, 21 and over is when we can drink legally. A lot of people here don't do that, but yes, legally it's 21. And yet we can get our driver's license at 16 and we can go into battle at 18, but we can't drink until we're 21, so it makes no sense. So we're allowed to fuck up and find out in a car, and we're allowed to fuck up and find out in a fucking battle, but we can't fucking drink to get rid of the memories. Just makes no sense. Paravolin's distinctive pyramids looming from the overgrowth have remained largely intact even if their intended purpose has been lost. They do not seem to be tombs, though. Some chambers contain bodies that have been carefully preserved. Amazingly, the pyramids' proportions are mathematically perfect. Since their alignment is so precise, one suspects they serve some scientific purpose. Observatories, perhaps. Anvan Theristes has observed that the shape of the Paravolin pyramids seem perfectly to match the constellation Solium. We know more of the pyramids than we do of the humans who built them. The Qunari came to Paravolin as conquerors, but there is no history and little sign of battles fought on the island shores. A civilization that could build such vast cities would surely have defenses, armies, perhaps weapons, alien even to the Qunari. So why is there so little proof of resistance? One answer may lie in what remains of their temples. Beneath the leaves and vines covering the walls, you can still make out the stylized carvings that adorn them. The paint has long since flaked away, but the silhouettes are clear. Intricate sea creatures, shipwrights, musicians, archers, and kings. Here and there, odd figures are depicted, tall, horned, always in a position of authority and respect. What were these horned figures to the ancients of Paravolin? Priests, ritualistically crowned, heroes, gods, perhaps. We may never know the truth, but when the Qunari arrived from the sea, horned and carrying the word of the Qun, perhaps instead of conquerors, the people of Paravolin saw an old legend returning to them. This is all supposition. The humans of Paravolin are Qunari now, their ancient civilization discarded like a child's toy. Yet the pyramids remain, along with the old cities, the island itself. One day, greater scholars may hear what they have to say. Yeah, that's what they want you to think. It all makes sense. The First Blight, Chapter 2. People today have little concept of the consequences of the second sin. Oh, believe me when I say that when asked, pious chantry-going folk will curse the use of foul magic, spitting and snapping their fingers, but none live today who actually remember the horror that was unleashed so far very long ago. Whatever records might have existed regrettably did not survive the chaos and ignorance that was to follow. We have only the tales of survivors handed down through the murky ages and the dogma of the chantry to instruct us. And that is precious little indeed. I believe I am to understand when I say that the second sin unleashed, the bane of all life upon Thetis. Darkspawn are virulent than the worst plague, heartless force of nature that came into our world like an ill wind. We know from accounts of later blights, as these Darkspawn invasions came to be called, never has a more appropriate name existed. The Darkspawn spread disease and famine wherever they tread. The earth itself is corrupted by their presence, the sky roiling with angry black clouds. I do not exaggerate, my friends, when I say that a mass gathering of Darkspawn is an omen of dread cataclysm. It is said that those cursed magisters who became the first Darkspawn scratched at the very earth to find solace in the darkness of the dwarven deep roads, and there in the shadows they multiplied, wherein by intelligent design or by some last vestige of worship in their minds they attempted to locate the old gods they had once served. They found what they sought. Dumat, first among the old gods, once known as the Dragon of Silence before the Maker, imprisoned him and all his brethren beneath the earth for the first sin, usurping the Maker's place in mankind's heart. The slumbering dragon awoke, freed from the Maker's prison by his twisted followers, and became corrupted himself. Dumat was transformed into the first archdemon, his great and terrible power given will by a rotting unholy mind. With the Darkspawn horde following, Dumat rose and took wing in the skies, once again bringing ruin to the world the Maker created. The old god had become the eye of a dark storm that would ravage the entire world. See? Lore! Lovely lore! Great lore! Amazing lore! Big book. The folly of General Not Sheraton. 5 in the day that followed to avoid scandal. The appointing of Not Sheraton was claimed a great tactic of the true general who must have orchestrated the whole affair from secret. From secret meaning the clock room, from not even his own attendants knew his face, and they would have had the guard whisk him to jail for trespassing. But with his mask restored and weary of the embarrassment, the general was merciful with Not Sheraton, imposing less than half the prescribed lashes and sparing her and her lord the gallows. They were allowed to leave Orlais on the condition that Not Sheraton was henceforth her name. What? Huh? What is green? What is green? I imagine I should present to you an object which, to my mind, is of indisputable greenness, and ask, does this thing appear to you to be green? Naturally, you might ask what it does, for you have come to recognize the appearance of the color the object to be green, associating the word with what your eyes see. But could it be my understanding of green differs entirely from yours? What if, perchance, you could see into my mind? You might realize that all things that I name green are actually red in your understanding. Without the moorings of objective truth, we are set adrift in oceans of celerity experience. Promising opening to a lecture given by Kerstin Gork, philosopher poet at the University of Orlais. The lecture's quality dropped significantly after this point and ended quickly when Gork subjected audience members to a poorly constructed ode to chartreuse. He fled from the auditorium under fire from students armed with overripe red tomatoes. Okay, some people did not like that man talking about colors. I'm stuck. Okay, I'm not stuck anymore. I'd love to know where that voice came from behind the wall. Liliana? No, not Liliana. This is my central room. Josephine. Okay. Well, you know what? I have business this direction. We'll go here first. Oh, thank thank you. I really appreciate that. What have I... Not on this side, apparently. This side. Madame Ambassador, I would be honored to accept your invitation. I shall have arrangements to pay the Inquisition a visit presently, as I have been curious to see your organization for myself. Sincerely, Comte Renaud de... whatever. Influence. I gained influence. Awesome. Allies observing the deadlock. Despite their intent to craft a political entity to oppose us, these noble families are too embroiled in their own conflict to even acknowledge us. We have acquired some additional trading partners who are tired of waiting for a winner to emerge. We have gotten gold. Serpent of Navarra. An agent known as Argent infiltrated the Navarra royal palace and killed Virales, eliminating several others who she reports were clearly co-conspirators. King Marcus is reported to awaken as if from a dream. The Inquisition is not connected to any of this. The king is enraged to have been magically influenced in such a manner. He will definitely be more wary of Venatori emissaries in the future. Argent brought back several interesting items that were in Vercelli's possession. Liliana, Magister's Ice Staff. Well, thank you. I really do appreciate that. It's nice knowing people appreciate me being able to wander around and just do my thing and enjoy the game. That is a lot of things. I don't know what you want from me. Gather coin, scout Haven ruins, a memorial for Haven, Thorian's request, see and be seen, Orzamar's friendship, specializations for the Inquisitor, improve stability, build watchtowers, heart, scripture, new crew, a young hopeful, ally for Starkhaven, Arden Hightown, strike a bargain with merchant princes, answer request from Hamsel, information from the Grand Enchanter. Is it a battalion for Sarah? There it is. I want to make her happy. Commander, we have verified Sarah's claims about Vershel. Several displacements of refugees were deliberate in what appears to be an attempt to destabilize land claims. While there would be no direct gain for involving the Inquisition, increasing our presence could have unexpected results. In any case, it is a trivial matter to divert troops to march through the city. A retinue of our best will make an appearance, and not an appearance, an impression, but they'll also make an appearance. Here, have Cullen. Strange chalk markings, investigate Hunter Fell. Deadlock completed. Let's go over here. There's a lot of shit over here I need to do. Arden Hightown. Arden Hightown unsavory parallels. A copy of Arden Hightown sits upon the table. Javelin was waiting outside the captain's office when Donan slunk out. Defeated. We're not getting a warrant, are we? Javelin looked almost relieved. Thank you. And I hope you have a good night, good day. Both. I hope you have a good day and a good night. And thank you again for following me. No, Donan meant his partner's eyes. The kid was barely 20 and looked like he walked straight to the Kirkwall barracks from somebody's potato farm. Taller and broader than the other guards, Javelin slouched as if he didn't know how to fit into his own limbs, as if he thought he should be smaller. Hunched over in his brand new, too large armor, he looked like a child playing at being a guard. He was too green for a murder investigation. Thank you for subscribing as well. I hope you enjoyed being able to hit me with blushings. thank you again. Maybe it's for the best, Javelin said, almost speaking Donan's thoughts out loud. You're on your way out of the guard, and he trailed off, then sighed. Questioning nobles in the middle of the night wasn't covered in training. Aw. I'm glad. Now shoo, go get rest. Donan glared at the kid. I'm a city guard, and so are you, recruit. Nobody gets away with murder while we're on duty. Javelin stood a little straighter. What do we do then? The captain wants proof. Donan smiled. We bring her proof. Lillian had written a note in the margins. The dead magistrate. Attempt to implicate Varric. Why and in what? If an assassin killed the magistrate, a word to the crows might tell us who it was. They watch rivals carefully. We should support the official Kirkwall Guard investigation into this murder. Let's do Liliana.
Let's see what we have.
And Ally from Starkhaven, answer from Hamsel. Relation friendship. Proof stability. Watchtowers. See the watchtowers. This needs to be done anyway. Refugees in the hinterlands face threats from bandits, demons, apostate mages, and Templar deserters. Building watchtowers in the area will help Inquisition forces ensure the safety of refugees and farmers. The appropriate building sites have already been marked. There are nobles near Redcliffe who will gladly help the Inquisition if we make them an offer. Let's do so
Inquisitor.
then. God, this is so much. Ugh. I'm gonna go to the Black Emporium. Black Emporium voices on the wind speak of a new power abroad the world. Inquisition, they whisper. An ancient name restored, a memory rekindled and transformed into a blaze of hope. I hear the whispers and some of the fires of the Inquisition. Here in the depths beneath the city of chains, countless mysteries hide in shadow and intense anticipation of the light. Come, the Black Emporium awaits. Enon, whatever, the oh my god. Antiquarian must spend his days composing melodramatic invitations to his establishment. Imagine being stuck in a chair for centuries leaves one somewhat lacking for entertainment. This particular message was hand-delivered by a cloaked figure at twilight, precisely as the sun disappeared beneath the peaks. My men spied the courier lurking about our outer gates for at least an hour waiting for sunset. A servant under the command of some very specific instructions, I assume. That aside, I would encourage a visit to the Black Emporium. The antiquarian's hoard is legendary. Only those he deems worthy ever lay eyes on it. Champion of Kirkwall received an invitation once and reported, among other things, a strange mirror that could transform even flesh and bone. Who knows, we may uncover something that aids in the battle against Corythius. You'll need passage across the Waking Sea to Kirkwall. That is easily arranged. Ship has been secured. Be wary of what you find in the Black Emporium, Inquisitor. I have heard many frightful tales. Cullen. Let's venture forth. I'm curious. Iron Bowl. And let's take coal. That seems like an interesting group. Well, this place definitely got an upgrade. I'll say that.
Where's my back scratcher?
Is that a nug I see? Crafting materials. Oh, that's nice. That's a very nice... Ooh. I like. Schematics. Masterworks. That's so much. Oh my. Sacrificial dagger, masterwork, inscribed X. Holy shit, superior skirmisher hat. This is so nice. This is so nice stuff. Oh my god. Interesting. I will have to come back here at another point, probably.
Handle the mirror with care. It has been known to bite.
Lovely. Schematics of legend. That's so much. Oh my god. Archon Fire Staff, Staff of Corruption. Perseverance, Axe the Dragon Hunter, Wrath of Levias, Wrath of Levias, Sundering. Holy shit. Winter's Breath. Well, it looks like I'll be selling a lot of things. Weapons and accessories. So much! So much! Misfortune's Bite. Aurora's Freedom. Path of Glory. The Foul Wind. I want it so bad. Defender's Belt. Belt of the Elements. Belt of Life. Amulet of the Warrior. Amulet of the Rogue. Amulet of the Mage. Ring of Smashing. Ring of Slicing. Ring of Assault. Year of Transformation. This is such a cool place. Read. Enon, the Antiquitarian. I left the Black Emporium empty-handed for two reasons. First, most of the items were priced far beyond what I could afford. Second, I spent most of my short time there trying to sate my curiosity about its proprietor. I found myself stealing glances at the Antiquitarian from behind piles of books between the shelves and at one point over a basket of mismatched socks. And there he sat, petrified, in the center of the Emporium, skin of waxy gray over ancient taunt sinew, moaning in a voice so dry and brittle it sounded like the snapping of twigs after a drought. A girl of no more than 12 scurried to and fro to fulfill his numerous requests. Another patron noticed my fascination and told me that the girl, most likely an urchin rescued from the street, was responsible for the needs of the Antiquitarian, feeding, washing, and the like. So possibly old is he, and so fragile his skin, he can only tolerate the barest whisper of touches from the smallest and most tender of his servants. Only in this way may he come close to his lost youth, said the man. I was surrounded by objects of legend, yet none fascinated me as did the Antiquitarian. Interesting. I can see why he's fascinating. I feel bad for him being like this.
Handle!
It's a cool little map. Let's go and find... Yeah, let's go find these. Memories of the Grey. Take Dorian along. Yes.
Fine day to you.
Okay, let's level people up. points, and this is Black Wall, so... And now stand, you call upon the legacy of the greatest champions in history, defying enemies as you hold your position. This stops enemies from moving past you and enables you to block choke points. Resilience, you don't flinch, you don't blink, and you don't back down. Enemies that hit you with melee attacks are staggered by recoil. Bulwark, you stand all the stronger to finish the fight, gaining a bonus to your maximum guard. Let's do this. Oops, there was one more. Yeah, Dorian. Dorian's a necromancer. I didn't know that. Horror, you unleash spirits of fear that terrify all enemies within the area. You've learned to leave enemies vulnerable in their terror. Enemies that are panicked take increasing damage from all attacks. Death Siphon. Every time an enemy dies nearby, you gain both health and mana. Okay. Let's go find these things. Up there. One second. Can have that, and have this armor. There we are. Yes. Wooden helmet. Amulet of Power, soulless only. Dorian. Armor. $78, $79. Griffin robes. You can have the Griffin robes for now, I think. Can I have this? Weapons. Magister's Ice Staff seems nice. Okay, let's keep going. So I want to go up this way, yes. Might as well pick that up while I'm doing other things. Fruit.
Got to be something here.
This way.
I think the Inquisition could benefit from this.
And now the last one is all the way over here. Yes, let's travel there. This way. It's up here somewhere. This way.
I appreciate this,
There we are.
Inquisitor.
Oh, you're welcome, buddy. Before we do that, let's look at the inner circle. Guilty pleasures. It seems Cassandra really likes Varric's book, Swords and Shields. She's caught up and the book's unfinished. See Varric getting the last chapter for Cassandra. Okay. World map. Let's go back to Skyhold. Let's travel there. Now let's see if I can find Varric. Iron Bull, Sarah. I also need to go not to the quartermaster. Blackwall. Merchant. Josephine. From the ashes, there's Cole. There's Vivienne. Leanna, Solus, Dorian. I haven't even found them yet. Okay, let's set this as active because I can't talk to Varric until then, so he's up in the battle
finally
notes.
died. It was a blessing, really. He's been in so much pain since Haven. He was out of his mind at the end. He smiled, said he smelled his mother's turnip stew, and slipped away.
That's sad. I think he's this way, yes. Okay, so we're headed this way. Talk to Varric. Varric. Recruit the custom appearance of your champion of Kirkwall. Custom of champion of Kirkwall. Customize. I'm probably not going to get this perfectly correct, but Noah's very pale. I looked young. My eye color was piercing blue. Okay, that's not it. That looks green to me. That looks blue, I think. No. This looks more correct, yeah. My hair color was black, if I remember correctly. don't mind having the blood swipe. And eyes. That looks better. That looks better. Eyebrow style. Let's do this. Okay. Nose shape's fine. Mouth and jaw shape. This looks fine. Scars and tattoos. Don't see any scars. Okay, whatever. Makeup. The makeup is fine. Except changes.
Inquisitor, meet Hawk, the champion of Kirkwall.
Though I don't use that title much anymore.
Hawk, the Inquisitor. I figured you might have some friendly advice about Corypheus. You and I did fight him, after all.
It's so cool saying my champion.
You've already dropped half a mountain on the bastard. I'm sure anything I can tell you pales in comparison.
I've heard stories about you.
Oh, I don't know. You did save a city from a horde of rampaging Kunari.
I don't see how that really applies. Or is there a horde of rampaging Kunari I don't know about?
I am a horde of rampaging Kunari.
So, then, what can I tell you?
Varric said that you fought Corypheus before.
Fought and killed. The Grey Wardens were holding him, and he somehow used his connection to the Darkspawn to influence them.
Corypheus got into their heads, messed with their minds, turned them against each other.
If the Wardens have disappeared, they could have fallen under his control again.
That's not good. Could have, doesn't cut it. Is it reversible?
If that's what happened to the Wardens, do you think we can free them?
It's possible, but we need to know more first. I've got a friend in the Wardens. He was investigating something unrelated for me. His name is Stroud. The last time we spoke, he was worried about corruption in the Warden ranks. Since then, nothing.
Corypheus would certainly qualify as corruption in the ranks. Did your friend disappear with them?
No. He told me he'd be hiding in an old smuggler's cave near Crestwood.
What were you investigating?
If you didn't know about Corypheus, what were you doing with the Wardens?
The Templars in Kirkwall were using a strange form of lyrium. It was red.
I'd hoped the Wardens could tell me more about it.
Corypheus had Templars with him at Haven. They looked like they'd been exposed to the lyrium you describe.
Hopefully, my friend in the Wardens will know more.
Thank you.
I appreciate the help.
I'm doing this as much for myself as for you. Corypheus is my responsibility. I thought I'd killed him before. This time I'll make sure of it. Inquisitor.
Why are you alone?
I heard you had family and friends in Kirkwall. Where are they now?
When the Wardens began acting strangely, I had my friend Aveline take my brother out of the Free Marches. Fenris would have killed himself to protect me. I didn't want to give him that chance.
Oh, I love that this is so connected. What has Varric told you?
I assume Varric's been feeding you information about the Inquisition. What did he say about me?
Only good things, I promise. I was a little surprised, actually. Varric isn't one for religion in general, but he thinks highly of the Inquisition. I think the exact phrase was, has a good shot at fixing Blondie's mess.
You fought Corypheus.
You said you thought you killed Corypheus?
The Grey Wardens had him imprisoned. They used my father's blood in a ritual to seal Corypheus inside. But he could still reach out and influence the Warden's thoughts. He sent them after me, and I didn't just think I killed him. When the fight was done, he was dead on the ground. Maybe his tie to the Blight somehow brought him back, or maybe it's all Tevinter magic, but he was dead, I swear it.
He escaped in another Warden's body. He took over. Sorry to say. You're no longer Viscountess.
Why did you step down as Viscountess?
I told you that the Templars in Kirkwall were using red lyrium. It made them paranoid, and eventually they turned on me. I left Kirkwall to try to find out more. Never imagined it would lead me to Corypheus.
Tell me about Anders.
I'd like to know more about Anders. What was he like?
I don't know if there ever was just an Anders. He was crazy. By the end, there was nothing left in him, except this insane need to start a war no one could win.
Nothing now.
We'll talk later.
I'll meet you at Crestwood.
This is so cool! Okay, I need to know where Varric is. Cole. Josephine. Vivian. Cullen. Liliana. Solus. Dorian. Cassandra. Ironbull. Sarah. Blackwall. Where's Varric? That is my active quest. Where's Varric? Sure, fast travel me.
Fertile ground, even here. This hold has everything.
Yeah, it really does, doesn't it? I don't even know how to get in here. Ellen?
Inquisitor. Elan Vimar.
Elan, okay.
Honored to represent the College of Herbalists and offer my services as apothecary. I intend to carry on the work of my esteemed colleague, Adan. He thought highly of you. He will be missed.
He thought highly of me.
He didn't seem all that friendly toward me.
A sign of his respect. Smiles are saved for fools, so they leave quickly. All the mundane needs of Skyhold will be well tended. If you note anything special, let me know. I'm here to serve the cause we must.
Well, thank you. Construction report, scaffolding, third fall in as many days. We need more scan bags. It's almost impossible to drive an anchor between these blocks. Place was built to last, but that makes it a fight to build it up. The roofer, Baronol. Approve the Inquisition needs its people on good legs. Sir Morris, quartermaster. I have good people working around me. Letter to an Inquisition agent, my darling Wilbur. I am so proud of you. We hear so much about the Inquisition in the village. Makes me happy to know you are doing your part. I'm sorry about what happened to Haven. I will light a candle in the chantry for the fallen. Please take care of yourself. I know that you're like that, like what you're like when things get busy and the fate of the world hangs in the balance. You must take care of yourself before you can help save the world, you know. Don't forget to eat. You're still in the mountains. It must be cold and wet. Why couldn't it be a fort in the hinterlands? Then you'd be closer to me. Well, dress warmly. Shall I send you a blanket? Anyway, you should write more often. I don't understand why you can't tell me what you're doing. You shouldn't keep secrets from your mother. Love always, Mother. P.S. What do you mean I have to address the letters to Rector? Is that what they call you? What they call you there? Why, your name is Wilbur Quigley. It's a good name. Wilbur was your uncle's name. He fought in the Battle of Riverdane. We are all so proud of him. Are you ashamed of your given name? Why are you ashamed, Wilbur? Oh. Dude's trying to be cool. Let's have a nice look around. Where could Varric be? Well, Cullen's in here. Blackwall, Sarah, Iron Bull, Cassandra. Let's travel here. Yes, please. You know what, guys? I think I'm going to end the stream here. Okay, guys, I'm going to end the stream here. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I had a lot of fun. If you want to see previous streams that I've done, go check out my YouTube channel. Link is in my bio. If you guys want to see when I'm about to stream something, go check out my Twitter or my Instagram. Link is also in my bio. Or check out my schedule here on Twitch. Or if you don't want to do any of that, here is my stream schedule for this week. Barring any sort of complications or anything that comes up this week, this should be the schedule for the week. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys have a good day or night wherever you are, and I shall see you guys real soon. Bye!